Many things about this assassination don't add up. A lot of things about the alleged assassin, Ryan Wesley Routh, do not add up either. When it comes to Ryan Wesley Routh, almost nothing really adds up when it comes to this assassination attempt on Donald Trump. Mr. Routh reminds me a lot of Lee Harvey Oswald and Arthur Bremer. When analyzing any kind of an assassination, you have to look at a lot of different things. All political assassinations need to be analyzed with a series of questions about these alleged assassins. Here are a few. How did Ryan Routh get away with being on the golf course for 12 hours before he tried to shoot Trump? That is a really big question. He was there for a long period of time and nobody supposedly knew he was there. Did he actually buy the AK-47 in Florida? A lot of people say no. Where did he get a military-issue gun from? Why did he steal a car right before the assassination attempt? This makes no sense. What's the serial number on the AK-47? It seems to have been removed or rubbed off for some reason. Highly suspicious. How did he know Trump would be on the golf course on that day at that time when he supposedly tried to shoot Trump? Has he ever been declared mentally ill by anyone in an official capacity? Why did he bring ceramic tiles with him? Why did he want to film the murder with a GoPro camera? Does he have any nexus with U.S. intelligence agencies, for example, the CIA, the FBI, the DEA, or the NSA? Nobody seems to really know. Did he actually shoot 4 to 6 shots towards Trump? We don't really know for a fact if he could have pulled that off in that time frame. Why was the gun left propped up in plain view for everybody to see, right by the supposed scene of the crime? What was on his social media accounts? Who was paying for his travels? This is a big issue with me that comes up in other assassinations. He was traveling all over the world, to the UN, different countries, a possible mercenary, and he's supposedly some average blue-collar guy, but yet this guy is traveling all over with little or no money. Who financed him? It reeks of the CIA or some faction of people supporting this guy or giving him money. Another thing I noticed in a lot of the photos of Routh, he seems to always be wearing name brand clothing with logos, and he seems to be very well dressed for a supposed average person. The clothing budget alone should tip people off. This is not the typical guy when it comes to assassinations or lone wolves. What has he done for a career according to the official bio? Not much. Was he involved in the pro-Ukrainian faction of this particular war? Meaning, is he some sort of a mercenary that's being paid off to recruit people for the Ukrainian cause in one of these current wars? That needs to be heavily looked at. Was he right-wing or left-wing politically? This has not been completely analyzed or answered in my opinion. Was he an actual political activist? Why was he paid for an interview with Newsweek a few years ago, and how much was he actually paid, or was he actually paid for this interview about politics? Has he ever used aliases? Why didn't he like Trump? What was the actual motive? Was he an actual marksman? Is there any evidence whatsoever of a second shooter? We don't really know at this point. Has he ever stalked other politicos or public officials? We really don't know the answer to this question or a lot of others. Another major thing is the supposed note that he left before the assassination. It almost looks like he didn't even write it, and there's a lot about the note that do not add up when it comes to actual wording within the note. There are rumors that him and the guy who tried to assassinate Trump in the first assassination attempt both did BlackRock videos. BlackRock is a huge defense contractor and a supporter of war. If they were in the videos, why were they in these videos? Highly suspicious if both of them were in the same video for a defense contractor. Do we need an actual private independent inquiry of both of these assassination attempts? In my opinion, yes. The government cannot be totally trusted, just like it was with the Warren Commission, to do these kinds of investigations. You need independent private inquiries into these kinds of things. Another big thing is the way Governor Ron DeSantis of Florida is handling this investigation. It's obvious he does not totally trust this investigation because he's more or less running his version of his own independent investigation at the local level in Florida. So you know there's a lot about the federal investigation that don't add up because this particular big name governor doesn't totally trust it. I actually think he's doing the right thing by trying to get a lot of evidence out at the state and the local level. There's something that does not add up here at the federal level with these assassination attempts, especially with Mr. Routh. Once again, thank you for your time. Thank you for your consideration. It's free to subscribe.